Turn me around, keep pressing on, 'cause my soul is heavy now.
What is the deal? What's happening with my Raider family? And you're back for another live episode of the Raider Rundown. You already know we here on Wednesday live at 5 like we are every week. This week, today, we are going to be bringing you OTA news. As y'all already know, the Raiders have already started their OTAs and the mini camps, right? So we're going to be bringing you news, some important notes from the coaches, from the players, what they was talking about. We really getting into football now, right? We really swinging into shape. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead. Let's get this intro started and let's get the show cracked. What is the deal? Like I said, man, you're back for another episode of the Raider Rundown. Make sure you guys are tapping on them thumbs up at the same time. If you're really feeling what you're hearing, tap on the subscribe button. As we go a little further in the discussion, man, please tap in the comment section as well, man. The show don't run without none of y'all that tune in each and every week, and I couldn't be more appreciative of everybody that shows up in the building. But y'all already know what we got to do here, right? Before we get into all that Raider news, you know what we do here on the Raider Rundown, right? We got to run with the first segment, which is I know what it is, man. If you've been here for any rundown show, you know we got to get into the roll call, right? Who's in the building? Y'all always showing up and supporting the brother, man. So always got to shout y'all out in return, man. My guy Leo in the building. TRS fam, how you feeling, man? Let's go rundown live at 5. You already know the deal. Glad you could tune in, family, for sure. My 2 cents, man. Salute Raider Nation and salute to you, my guy, for showing up. Appreciate you, man. Man, Chris in the building, man. Salute to you, my dog, man. Keep pressing yourself, man. We keeping our foot on next, man, like we always do. So, man, appreciate you for stopping by, man. Ain't no show without my dog Raiders Rebel in the building. What's the deal, man? Glad you can make it, dog, for sure. Glad you can make it in the building. My man Terrence, what's the deal? Salute to you, man. Y'all showing up on this Wednesday afternoon. Hope y'all having a good week so far. You know, if you're seeing Rundown here live at 5, that means your week is halfway done, right? So hopefully y'all is having a good week so far, man, for sure, man. My guy, Michael 918, man. What's the deal, man? Salute to you. Oh, we got, man, one of the realest in the building, man. My guy, Pharaoh, man. If y'all already don't know, my man Pharaoh run his own Raider channel with my other guy, Severe, man. Real dope content they got over there, man. Glad you could stop by, and I'm going to have you on this mug soon, man. So definitely let me know your schedule, man, because for sure we got to make that happen. But salute to everybody in here, man. Remember, make sure you hitting the thumbs up. You know it's much love going around. And you know I don't call nobody no fans, no none. Y'all family at the end of the day. Everybody that's in the chat, you show up with Rundown, show up on Rundown Show, man. We all fam at the end of the day, man. That's why I feel like we be having different conversations, different type of feel than everybody else on YouTube. Right over here, we real familiar. So like I said, man, make sure you guys are tapping into the conversation. I know I'm going to see, you know, some more of my regular guys and gals up in here in a little bit, but definitely, man, tap in with the comment section, tap in with the conversation. Gonna be a good one today. So, right, got all that out the way. Time to get into that Raider recent news, and now football in the air, right? We starting to touch grass. So y'all already know what time it is. After the roll call, we got to get into this right here. And you know we got to get into the Raider recents. What's been going on recently since your boy Rundown was last live, right? And like I said, the boys is touching grass now. You feel what I'm saying? Real football coming on. Like, look, no pads. We still shorts and shirt and helmet, right? But regardless, right? Plays being installed. You know, players already beginning to cement, you know, if they are going to be really, really competing for a spot. Like, this is real football starting to come into effect, right? So the Raiders started their training camp 2 days ago. On Monday this week, they started that training camp. And you know, there was a lot of things coming out day one. I want to address the day one things, and then we're going to continue, right? Some notable things that I saw. Devontae Adams not out there day one, right? And, you know, everybody that's in this chat, everybody that talk, you know, about this Raider stuff, where how we talk about it, we already know ain't nothing to trip about, right? Devontae not being out there day one means nothing, right? He was out there in voluntary workouts. You know, we saw clips of him before OTA started, so I'm not worried about that, right? Probably off to the side, getting some veteran rest or getting his body together. Not gonna trip about that. So anybody that comes in here talking about trade spec, dead that immediately, right? Okay, boom. Go from there. Colton Miller started off OTAs getting work on the side, right? And usually when you start off getting work on the side and you're not with the team and you're not doing team periods, mean you working through something, right? They trying to take it slow. They trying to see if your boy can work his way into the team period. So Colton Miller probably still dealing with some things, some aftermath probably last season. Maybe he tweaked some during the offseason, right? Working out. But regardless of it, right, he didn't start. Like I said, nothing, especially with the Devontae thing, right? Like, that's nothing to really trip about. This Colton thing, nothing to really trip about. You know what I mean? Everything's barely starting, right? Everything's barely starting. So not going to get too into it. What I really will get real into is what the coaches are saying. what the players are saying, the mindset, what some of the insiders are saying, like what's the mindset of the team, right? Going into it, you can tell, right? A lot of people have said the same thing. The mindset of the team is a complete 180 flip. Right now, you can say it's because Josh McDaniels and all that, of course. But at the end of the day, you can tell it's a hungerness, right? It's a hunger that's there. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people, I mean, us with fans as well, we feel like there was still some opportunities left on the field, right? Right. If we could say it as fans, right, as Raider fans, and say, yeah, there's definitely some opportunities left on the field last season. You don't think the coaches and the players feel the same way? Guaranteed they do, right? If not, even a level more. So at the end of the day, them knowing that, it's permeating through the building, right? And obviously we know what type of coach AP is. He lets the players really lead the locker room, but you can tell they taking the bull by the horns, right, so to speak. And now you can tell it's being ran like this is a standard now, right? We work to this standard. We do not waver from this standard, right? And so long before Raiders training camps and all that, you see like it just seems like it's not that much excitement. Some dudes might be there, but not really all the way there. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that sense at all from no players whatsoever. Everybody's ready to get dialed in. Everybody ready to whoop some ass. And that's what I like to see right there, right? So from day one, you can tell us, especially being around football a lot, right? As most of us are, day one, OTAs install, right? Real install, classroom work. You feel what I'm saying? So they probably in there in the classroom trying to install the offense, install the defense for some of the new guys. You feel what I'm saying? See how it translates on the field. As we continue throughout the weeks, we'll see it ramp up. Who will start to separate themselves? But day one didn't take too much out of day one. It was like I said, it's learning, classroom work. Other than that, you go from that to day two. And real quick, I want to shout out some of the guys that came in while your boy was on the tangent, man. I saw my guy SoCal Sal in the building. What's going on? Always love when SoCal Sal shows up. Man, Dirty, what's the deal? Dirty Eric, how you feeling, man? Glad you can be here in the building with your boy. Guaranteed, man. Let me see. But and I gotta shout out the guy, man. Cowtown, always showing up and supporting, man. Hey, much love from my guy. Guaranteed. So as we continue with that, right, we're gonna start talking into what happened day two. Okay, so as we go day two today, right? So what are the things that the Raiders were going on? There's a couple little stories that I wanted to go ahead and highlight, right? As far as what the Raiders and coaches, players, and all that talked about. So first and foremost, we're gonna start with this right here, right? Michael Mayer, right? We saw he spoke to the media. You can see he says it right there. My mentality is different this year. I've definitely flipped the script. Last year, maybe there were some days I didn't want to come in. It's time to dig down, play some ball, win some games. And you see right there, right the bottom, to me, the most important thing he said, my mentality is different, right? And a lot of people wondered how his mentality was going to be if they drafted Brock Bowers. Didn't put that quote on here, but he already spoke about Brock. There are things Brock can do that most people won't be able to account for. And he even said it. How are people going to guard both of us at the same time? 100% facts. But I'm going to put it up one more time. As you read the quote one more time, mentality is different this year, right? Last year, there's some days he didn't want to come in. As you know, he dealt with a lot of injuries, right? My man dealt with a lot of injuries. But this is a guy right here that I think can really make a leap year two, right? I think he can make a huge leap year two and become the tight end we know that he can become. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to stick on to the fact, like, I did not want to come in last year. A lot of that may attribute to the coaching staff, attribute to the injury, right? I mean, it's a rookie, right? So you got a coaching staff getting fired in the middle of the year, being your rookie season, you dealing with injuries, you in and out the lineup, you not being able to play. There are things, right, that can mess with your mental. At the end of the day, he had to take those in stride. But as you can see, once again, like I said before this, everybody is ready. Everybody is ready to work. That's not even, and I'm not even talking about play a game, bro, because obviously everybody's going to be ready for the game. Everybody's ready to show up to practice and work. That is rare, very rare. And, Last year was a tough year for rookies. It was, right? I mean, you go for him, O'Connell, Trey, all the rookies, bro. It's a tough year. Your coach get fired in the middle of the year, especially if you on the offensive side of the ball, right? If you're on the offensive side of the ball last year, you was for sure thrown into the whirlwind. No question, right? So it's like, if you were thrown into the whirlwind like that, it's kind of hard to keep you focused, kind of hard to stay on track. And that's what I got from this right here. But, just seeing all the quotes that Mayer has gave throughout the offseason, seeing all the quotes that, he's gave since he's been back in the building. Your boy has taken his health and everything seriously. Kind of feels like he knows what he has to do to prepare his body for an NFL season, right? And obviously is comfortable with the playbook, right? Heard something from Michael Mayer that he spoke with Cole Kmet, right, about Luke Getsy's offense. And obviously, if you saw any of the Chicago Bears last year, they used Cole Kmet real nicely. So he's obviously going to be comfortable with the offense. And the offense is going to feature a tight end. I expect a very, very good year from my guy. I do. I expect a very good year from Michael Mayer. And at the same time, I feel like he's going to take that leap. And, he's going to free up Brock Bowers at the same time, too. Like, the ability for them two to grow together, blossom together, is going to be real special to see, man. I mean, because at the end of the day, I'll continue to say it. Brock Bowers can do things that Mayer cannot do. Maybe he can do, but not all that well. And Mayer can do certain things that maybe Brock Bowers can't do all that well. So they kind of play off each other's skill sets. And I love it. I love it. So real quick, man, want to get y'all thoughts and comments on down below on what y'all think about OTAs, what y'all think about some of the players, man. What about Michael Mayer? How y'all feel about Mayer, man? Y'all think Mayer can make that leap year 2? I do. I think Mayer can make that leap year 2 and become that tight end that's a real reliable weapon, reliable blocker for us. But y'all let me know down below. Can Michael Mayer make that second year leap? Let me know, man. Let me know. My man Raiders Rebel says AP started that culture. He said at the beginning of the year, and the team was first allowed to get together in a meeting. If you don't love this shit, leave. We don't want you here. Exactly. If you don't love it, leave, bro. And that's how I'm feeling. That's what it feels like. It's what it feels like. Terrence says, I could tell when McDaniels around, he was irritated with lack of involvement. With AP, he's ready to roll this season. Yeah, guaranteed. Leo says, let's go Irish. And Mayer is my guy. Leo's man. That's a Notre Dame guy coming out. That prowess, man. My man Leo was happy, but I was happy with it too. And I know for sure Leo think he's going to take that second year leap. I think he's going to take that second year leap. And I mean, just how can he not? Look at how many look at the single coverage my man will be getting this season. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be real ugly. I don't know how you game plan for this offense. Like, if this offense has above average quarterback play, I'm going to tell you right now, there's not a lot of teams that's going to be able to mess with this team. It's not. I say that very, very confidently. If this team has above average quarterback play, it's a wrap for most teams. Other teams, like the real talented ones, we're gonna have to battle with. We'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, we're gonna whoop some ass if that's the case. I am 100% confident in that fact. 100% confident in that fact. I'm sure he was talking about when Dick Daniels was coach, like everybody else felt. That's how I feel, right? A lot of people kind of got into the thing with Mayer, seeing that comment and saying like, oh, he didn't want to be in the building. Come on, bro. Most of us was talking like we wouldn't be in the building either. So it's like, come on. He's speaking truth. He's speaking truth. Now, and I thought about this, right? Y'all let me know how this feels. But now that the McDaniels firing and everything is more in the past, more focused on AP now, some of these players get a little loose-lipped. You feel what I'm saying? They starting to get a little loose-lipped about what the fuck they really felt about McDaniels. And you can see it through when they just like speak freely. You feel what I'm saying? You got to really pay attention, really catch the quotes, bro. Like, the players are starting to speak freely about what they felt. They may not say it outright. They still kind of do that little player speak. You got to decode the language. But at the end of the day, hey, like, they starting to, you could tell, bro. They didn't want to be there, bro. They didn't want to play for that man. He might have been a cool dude, but the way he ran the ship didn't like. So, there you go. Mayer being a true professional, gonna ball out. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I mean, and Mr. Raider Nation, glad to see you. Mayer plus Bowers equals unstoppable, for sure. And I don't even think he was worried about his job, per se. To be honest, like, I don't even think Mayer has to be worried about his job. Like I said, Bowers is a completely different tight end. Completely different. Like, there's 12 personnel, we gonna live in it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even think he got to be worried to that degree, bro. Like, you, at the end of the day, just be the best player you can be. That's all we ask. Because if Mayer's the best player he can be, and if Bowers is the best player that he can be, well, then again, it's like, once again, we going to live in 12 personnel. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live in 12 personnel. Mayer's competitive fire is lit. He's going to ball out. Oh, man. I can't wait, bro. I cannot wait. 2 Cents says, Manny gave up on Mayer, but believe he'll rise in his sophomore season. I don't. And, this is probably where I start shooting myself in the foot, too. But I don't know why a lot of people gave up on Mayer. Now, certain positions I have admitted to say, like, you don't get that much of a leash at certain positions. You just don't. I think that's a fact, right? A lot of people would say, like, nah. But in my personal opinion, not everybody's leash is the same at certain positions, right? Like, for example, shout out my guy Chris. We talking about Jacorian Bennett, right? He ain't got, there's no leash, bro. Like, you can't. He's playing corner. We're going to get fucking killed on that side if he can't get his shit together, right? Mayer, different story, right? Different story. I mean, you got Brock Bowers. I don't think the leash is that short for Mayer as it might be for Jacorian Bennett. Now, I might be wrong on that factor, but certain second-year players in certain positions have different, I feel like, timetables, and this is one of them, right? I feel like this is the dude where a lot of factors happened last year to where I sat and was like, I think this year, after a certain point, is kind of a wash for him, right? Kind of a wash. But let's continue to see what you guys got going on here, man. We got some other guys that we're going to talk about as well in the building, but definitely, let me see. Man, OJ, what's the deal? My guy OJ in the building. Glad you could make it and chill with the fam today. So, right, we talked about Mayer. We're going to talk about Luke Getsy a little bit. Now, he was on the podium as well, right? Talked a little bit about what he wants to see right now. He first and foremost talked about Aiden O'Connell, right? And talked about how he liked his willingness to learn, right? He liked Aiden O'Connell's willingness to learn. Has been around the building a lot, has really asked a lot of questions when it comes to learning the playbook and things of that nature. But, like Getsy is giving the premier coach speak day one, week one, right? Which is, like I said, classroom speak. He's going to give that learn and teach speak because he's not really doing anything right now as far as, like, it's real hard coaching. He's trying to install everything. You know what I mean? So there's only so much Getsy can say. We're really going to get into it, right? And really going to get into how he's going to start game planning and getting all those things together once the season comes a little closer, preseason comes a little closer. How is he going to game plan? How is he going to install certain things? But his offense is just getting installed right now, right? But what a reporter asked him was this the most talented offense you've ever been a part of? He said no. You got to agree to a certain degree because, I mean, he witnessed Aaron Rodgers win multiple MVPs, right? Multiple MVPs while he was in Green Bay. And in order for a quarterback to win MVPs, they can't do it by themselves, right? There's multiple talented players on that squad. So, he said that, but I've always said it, and I'm going to continue to say it. Luke Getsy is the main piece of the puzzle, right? He's the main piece of the puzzle when it comes to this Raiders team. There is no, I couldn't scheme him open. I couldn't get, no way. You know what I mean? We must have a great game plan. We must be able to attack every defense that's thrown at us, right? And just on paper, it would look like the Raiders can do that. He is the most important piece of the puzzle. If Luke Getsy is good, the Raiders offense and everything else will be good. And I see my guy Severe. I'm going to get to that. But, right, everything else will be good. So I'm looking at Luke Getsy right now with a real hard magnifying glass, right? Hopefully he can do his thing, right? Hopefully he can do his thing. So let me see what my guys go ahead and say before we get to the next topic, man. Bennett, disrespect is nasty work. Now, look here. I'm not like Turf, right? I'm not like Turf where I'm going to sit here and say the man is just pure and honestly just done. I'm not going to say that, right? Like the man's IQ is just zero. I won't say that. But at the end of the day, what I will say is if you're going to tell me he can be a Meek Robertson, that shit's not good enough. It's not. It's just not, right? Now, I see from my guy Severe, Quinyon Mitchell, he wanted that. I stand firm. I still wouldn't have done that at 13. Still wouldn't have done that. Especially if you tell me after June 1st that we get a Steven Nelson and Xavier Howard, Stephon Gilmore, maybe trade for somebody. I'm not tripping, right? I'm not tripping at that point. But right now, I will say when it comes to the corners positions, and if we rolling with what we roll with right now, oh, bro, that whatever corner starting opposite of Jack Jones has to show immense talent, right? And immense growth because it's real young on that side. Real young on that side. And then you talk about Brandon Faison, who really Brandon Faison don't even play like that. Like, you know what I mean? He gets injured more often than I've seen him play. So at the end of the day, that's just we'll see. Let me see. AR Bowling, glad to see you in here. He says, I think this offseason is you can tell the team is bought into AP. McDumbass held this team back from its potential. I agree. AP kicked the potential door off the hinge. That door is on the floor. No, I agree. Man. I agree. So you tell that I think that's the best way to put it. AR, they've bought in. Even last year, they could say they bought in, but it didn't feel like it from the players. Even in last OTAs, right? I didn't feel no buy-in. I didn't feel buy-in at all until this year. The whole McDaniels regime is just me trying to, it's like when you double dutching, you know what I mean? And they got the two ropes and motherfucker just, you know what I mean, want to jump in. Like that's where I'm at. You feel what I'm saying? That's where I was the whole McDaniels regime, bro. Like I just don't know if I could jump in this motherfucker. It don't look safe. You get what I'm saying? Like this here, I didn't care if it was safe or not. If they was over there double dutching with chain links, I didn't give a damn. I'm going to jump in the middle because I trust AP. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where we at right now. That's how I feel like it is. So, perfect analogy, bro. They bought all the way in. They have bought all the way in. Charles, what's up, man? Glad you could be here, man. What's up, Rundown? We have really strong leadership. Better days are coming. I 100% agree. 100% agree, bro. I think this is where the work starts. You know what I mean? The work is starting here. So real quick before we move on to the next topic, because we're going to go defensively. But Terrence says, I think Getsy will do well. We can play to our strengths, cover our weak spots, wherever those are. And as we get consistent, better as season goes on with chemistry, we can try new plays and etc. Right. I hope for 100% fact that man can be the answer to the Raiders' problems on offense, right? And we all know what those problems are. Non-explosive plays, red zone efficiency. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, can I finally watch a Raiders season where the red zone efficiency isn't god awful? That's all I want. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I want. Can we please be more efficient in the red zone? That's what and for the love of God, where are the explosive plays? You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't seen that in like 3-4 years. Where are the explosive plays? So these are the woes that he needs to go ahead and correct. Now, I know what he's going to try to bring to the table immediately, the running game, right? Some of that play action game, which I think was going to benefit tremendously with Aiden O'Connell, who I think is going to take that starting spot. But, right, that's going to benefit him tremendously. So he's going to bring that. But we need to get those two areas that I just outlined corrected, right? Because that's really what's been holding this team back for the longest. You get what I'm saying? Like, for the longest, the Raiders have been held back by red zone woes and non-explosive plays. Now, let's see if we can go ahead and change that. So, continuing on the offensive side of the ball, right? I just wanted to bring this up real quick. If you haven't watched it already, go watch it. Aiden O'Connell's episode with Max Crosby on The Rush, right? To me, real great episode and insight into what and who Aiden O'Connell is, right? To be honest, if you go in there expecting hella energy, don't expect that. What I've learned is that even keel, mellow, calm person, that's who he is, bro. That's who he is, right? And shout out to my man Chris. He said, does he have the charisma? Does he have that to lead? Now that I look and really see how he talks, I'm talking about Aiden O'Connell, see how he talks, it makes sense for a coach like AP to like a guy like that, right? Because my personality is so strong. My personality is out there. I need a guy who in the huddle can give me this. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody will look at that dude and be like, bro, I'm here. Regardless if I'm mad, sad, happy, something good, regardless, right? We're going to keep it here. Because that's really the type of leader he looks like. You know what I mean? It's the type of person he looks like. I'm just even keel. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get too high, too low. And think about that, though. As a leader of the team, it's kind of what you want. It's a lot of strong-ass personalities in that locker room, bro. A lot of strong-ass personalities. It's not a bad contrast to see a guy that's kind of like, all right, no matter what happens, bro, you can always count on me to be at this pace, this level. You feel what I'm saying? I don't waver. And we talking about emotionally, I'm here always. You feel what I'm saying? Now you might see a couple of things. I'm human, but we keep it here. And I think that's real important for a team like this, ran by a coach like how we got. That's important. I think it's real important because Aiden O'Connell will be able to calm some guys down in a different way than AP will, right? Especially when AOC takes those reins. And that's the next thing I want to talk about, right? Another thing he said on Max's podcast that, keep this in mind, we've heard AP say it a lot. Vocal leadership, right? Vocal leadership. He said, even in the podcast, I need to continue to get better and know when to say things, when to be more vocal, assert my voice on the team, right? As the leader of the team, that's what he has to do. Even though he is an even kill guy, he still has to a certain degree. You're the leader, you got to know when to challenge, right? You got to know when to challenge your guys, or either you got to know when to motivate them. And sometimes it can't just be all actions, especially at that position. It's got to be words, right? So he said, I have to continue to get better at that, but he feels like he's gotten better at that. If you recall and recollect, AP talked about that early on in the offseason, right? Before we got into all this. I want Aiden to do this. I need Aiden to be more vocal. I need Aiden to be more of that vocal leader and to show people and to maybe getting somebody's ass a couple times. Seems like he's understood that message, right? Seems like he's understood that message. Will it come into fruition? That's the thing. Because as of right now, what we're seeing is which quarterback is going to assert their dominance on this team, right? Who's going to claim this team as the leader? That's really what it is. Is it going to be Gardner or is it going to be Aiden? I have faith in Aiden's abilities, but at the same time, to be the all-around leader that you need to be, he's going to need to be more vocal. If he can do that, you might be seeing everybody start to buy into that mustache, right? Everybody going to start buying into the mustache. Sooner or later, see a couple people, a lot of us already bought in, right? Shout out to my man Turf. Shout out to my man Cowtown, right? A lot of us already bought in. Some of us still need some convincing. But as we continue, this is why I love that real football is here, man. As we continue, man, we are going to see more and more of who separates themselves in that quarterback room. And that's going to be real fun to see. But, you know, this everything that I'm talking right now, all offensive side of the ball, everything that's been going on with the OTAs, right, as we continue with the offense, you know, running back is a position that does have some question marks, but we're going to get into that in a little bit. Let me get some of your comments in here, how you guys feel about everything going on so far on the offensive side of the OTAs, man. My guy, Raider Paul, in the building. Shout out, Raider Paul. How you feeling, man? Glad you can make it. Sinister, what's the deal, man? Glad you can make it as well. Let me see. Let me see. I'm hoping we potent this year. Hey, me too. I'm hoping we potent for sure. Definitely hoping. But that's the thing. You know what I mean? It's got to be a consistent thing. Got to be consistent. Let me see. Rebel says with Getsy, Aaron Rodgers was 80% in the red zone when he was passing game coordinator, and they used 3 tight ends and had almost 900 yards between them. Oh, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. And I don't foresee Harrison Bryant being this big receiving threat, right? And doing all that. Probably going to see a bulk and majority of the yards go to Mayer and Bowers. But if you could tell me they had 900, almost 1,000 yards between the two of Bowers and Mayer, oh, shit. Take that all day, bro. Take it all day, for sure. Severe says, Bowers should help with explosive plays. Mayer will be a monster in the red zone. For sure, bro. For sure. Maybe I should turn this off. Never going to get work done. Hey, all good, bro. All good. That means the show is entertaining enough. That's all it means for me. Let me see. New CP. Number 12 is the leader. And he will lead us going forward. I hope so, man. I hope so. He got to get the vocal part of it. But I think his work ethic, is good enough for sure. I think the work ethic is good. My man Dixon says, I need some convincing. Understood, right? And like I said, even if you need convincing, it's not bad. You feel what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing if that's what you need, because he hasn't fully done a lot of things to make you buy in, right? You got to think about it. He hasn't done a lot to make you fully buy in. You can say, not bad. You feel what I'm saying? It's not bad. I want to see more. But to just automatically be like, oh, yeah, that's the dude. No. He has to show some things, but I like the progress I've seen so far. I like the progress we've seen so far. So as we continue on the offensive side of the ball, running backs, we're not going to talk about that because we got to wait for the pads to come on. Even Luke Getsy say that we don't know nothing about that running back position until the pads come on, so it don't matter. Another good thing about the receivers, Trey Tucker, Aiden O'Connell spent a majority of the offseason together, so really get that in your minds, right? I think Trey Tucker is going to come in here and really help with that explosiveness that I was talking about that we had a lack of, right? Shout out to my man Severe. He said something about Bowers, but I think Trey Tucker too. And hearing that him, O'Connell, were getting a lot of work in the offseason makes me very happy. Makes me very, very happy. Last thing we're going to talk about is our new rookie, right? Brock Bowers. So already in the install, we're seeing the type of Swiss Army knife this guy is, right? Just seeing certain clips from guys that are at the practice, right? Media that's at the practice, just some other inside clips. You see, right? He's taking handoffs, right? The man is starting to take handoffs from the backfield. I've seen him line up in slot. I've seen him line up in traditional Y. These are all things I've seen since he's been drafted and been in rookie minicamp. Everything, right, that I've just said, he's done it all since rookie minicamp to right now. And it's only day, 3 of OTAs, bro. I've seen him do all 3 of them things already. So if that's the case, I for sure anticipate seeing Brock Bowers in the backfield, at traditional Y, at slot, at receiver, at wherever we gonna put him at. He's gonna be there, right? Just like we thought. And at the end of the day, this is a huge Swiss Army knife, a huge mismatch for anybody, right? Like, what is the defense going to do, right? If I have my man playing on that offset H-back, right? What is the defense going to do? Who's going to guard him from the offset H? If he's in the backfield at all, who's going to guard him? Are you meaning to tell me your linebacker is going to come up and try to guard this man from the backfield? Stop it. Right? Like, stop it. Don't make no sense. Right? You mean to tell me a safety going to come down and try to do it? Stop it. Go on, bro. Because then if you do that, even if it's a good safety, right, that could come down and do that, who the hell is over the top? Who's going to help you over the top? That's what I'm saying, bro. This offense is so potent. It can be so scary, bro. This offense can be so scary for a defensive coordinator. It's not even funny. It just has to be executed the right way. But from everybody on the offensive side of the ball, and sorry for focusing so much on the offense, but that's where all the changes have come, right? So I'm just giving y'all what I've heard from people that are in the building right? I've heard from people that are watching the practices, and I'm getting some notes from, like, everybody is loving the changes, though, from the offensive side of the ball. It's night and day, right? A lot of players feel like this is a much, much easier offense to grasp and then start contributing in, right? Last year, it was like learning trigonometry and shit. A lot of people felt like that it was like learning trigonometry. This year, I see a lot of resurgence. I see a lot of people that say, okay, I can get this playbook. This playbook is 1,000 times easier, right? Everybody's having fun with the playbook. Seems like it's creative. A lot of people have already talked about, like, I like certain little nuances of it. We know Devontae Adams loves it. Aiden O'Connell already got jiggy with it. We've heard things about what Michael Mayer has talked about with Cole Kmet, how they're going to use Brock Bowers. Like, a lot of people are loving this new offense that's being installed. And I think that, it has a lot to do with the attitude, too. You go in there, people are happy to come to work, happy to learn, not confused, not thinking as much. And that's where I think, we're at right now, that's where I think we at right now as far as the Raiders offense, man. But let me go ahead and see what we got going on. If we, man, bro, look, I'm gonna put it just like this, right? I love you, man. I love you, but I gotta give you one of these.
Move this man!
And the only reason, because we're not losing. We're not losing to them, but well, we might. No, not even gonna put it like that. Not even gonna put it like that. I don't think we're losing. I don't think we're losing. Period. Week 1, I don't think we're losing, period. And y'all already know your boy Rundown gonna be in the building in SoFi week 1, right? I'm there. So I always say, beat me there, don't meet me there. We're gonna be getting it in, right? When we go over there. So I'm in the building, TRS is in the building. Bro, we about to whoop that ass. We about to whoop that ass. I could feel it. This feels different, right? Even when we were with John Gruden and shit, and we went to go play there. Remember that Thunder game? And he's like, all right, you go into there. Never really felt no confidence. You go in there, you're like, all right, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? You go against Chargers, like, we'll see. Not saying they're gonna beat us, but it's like, it's always been close games. Always been like, shit, we'll see. You know what I mean? This year, I don't have that. I'm like, we gonna whoop that ass. We gonna whoop that ass. And I feel it 100%, bro. All the confidence them Charger fans are gonna go in there with, all that shit talking they gonna do. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful because you can feel it, right? The Charger fans like, oh, this the year. Oh, we're good again. Oh, I can't wait to just go in there and completely flatten them motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you go in there, just curb stomp their dreams, bro. Like, that's what we gonna do. I can't wait. It's gonna be beautiful. And that's the perfect way to start it off, right? Right against a division rival, right against Jim Harbaugh. You know what I mean? Ooh, Jim Harbaugh. Like, against all that. You know what I'm saying? I want that. It's gonna be a good time, bro. Trust me. It's gonna be a good time. I believe Aiden will continue to grow. He definitely looks in more football shape this year, if that makes sense. He does. He looks like he's slimmed down a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe to be a little bit more mobile, at least. But he definitely looked like he slimmed down. Rudy, what's the deal? My guy, man. Glad you can make it for sure, man. So we in here talking about the Raiders offense. The changes being made. What can we expect? Certain positions we can't expect nothing from until the pads come on. Offensive line, running back. Not really looking at nothing like that. So but it's just good to see the mentality, right? Good to see the mentality of the team. Everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to work. That's all I need. My man Rebel says Tucker and AOC, the cerebral assassin, had a pretty good connection down the stretch last year. They started getting pretty solid. That's a fact. And as you can see, AOC started to build connection. If Mayer didn't get hurt last year towards down the stretch, I feel like he'd have more of a connection with AOC because they started to get some things in. Tucker, for sure, you can see he's looking for Tucker. So I think them two are going to be a real good connection for sure. Glad I'm not the only one believing Tucker's going to be sneaky good this year. Nah, Michael, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I think Tucker's going to be nice, bro. I'm not now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and be like, 1,000 yards. But if he can give me 600 to 700, right? 600 to 700, 6 touchdowns. I feel like that's a pretty successful season for Trey Tucker, right? If he gives you 600 to 700 yards with 5 to 6 touchdowns, imagine what the fuck everybody else had. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine. So I could take that, right? I could take that. But then again, it's like you talk about 500 to 600 yards, but it's like, oh, bro, it's gonna be so hard to distribute these passes and attempts, bro, because so many people are gonna need to eat in this offense. You know what I'm saying? It's just so hard. Just so hard. Rudy says, are you hearing this ridiculous hype of AOC rookie year better than Josh Allen? Now saying AOC can be better than Josh Allen himself. Okay, we're not saying all that, right? We're not saying all that. Now, it's not far-fetched, Rudy, to say that he had a better rookie season than Josh Allen's rookie season. Because Josh's rookie season was terrible. That shit was garbage, right? But to say he'll be better, no. Can't say that. He did have a better rookie season, but to say he'll be overall better, I'm not going to say that at all. He has to go ahead and prove it. He has not proved anything yet. I like the direction he's heading, but he has not proved anything. That's all I've said, right? That's all I've said. My man said, stop it. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That play action with Bowers could be crazy. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine? My man Michael, just think about it, bro. Everybody in the chat, just think about it. When the running game get going, right? Now motherfuckers is looking like, all right, we're going to have to put 7, maybe 8 in the box, right? We're going to have to get real loaded up. Can you imagine what's going to happen when we play action, bro, and you got Mayer, Bowers, Jacoby Meyer, Devontae Adams all running on a route after a hard play action fake? Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop it. It's too nasty to even think about, bro. It's just got to be executed at that point. Doppelganger, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Glad you could make it. The Raiders are a mismatch for any team. Who they gonna cover? Double cover. I smell TDs.
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
Not the way you do business, my man. Hey, I smell it. It's gonna be a nightmare, bro. If this, like I said, above average quarterback play, no way in hell we can't beat any 31 other team, bro. Nobody, you can't convince me. If we have above average quarterback play, we can beat any other 31 team, bro. I am 100% confident in that. 100% confident. Let me see. As we continue, right? We done talked about the offense. We done talked about the offense at length, right? So, oh, shit, Severe gonna be there too. Oh, yeah, bro. You know we got to link up. Do it right. For sure, man. I'm going back to the land. Gonna be at the game, man. You know I got to link up with the guy for sure, man. It's gonna be crazy. Gonna be crazy. See, look, all them personalities, all them dope people in the building. How we not gonna whoop their ass? How we not? You feel what I'm saying? We gonna black that motherfucking stadium out so fucking fast, boy, before they can even blink. Right? We gonna black that SoFi Stadium out so bad. It's gonna be wild, boy. It's gonna be wild. Oh, they're gonna be so mad. And I guarantee you, everybody that's watching at home, watch how many times they pan to the crowd, right? They watch how many, because they don't like to pan to the crowd during these Charger games, bro, because they know that shit's damn near a sea of black. They don't like to do it. Watch what happens now. Watch what happens now, man. Man, my guy Beezy, man. My guy Beezy in the building. What's the deal, man? Rudy. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I you know it ain't me. You know it ain't me. You know it ain't me. And if I'm saying some wild shit like that, y'all check me for sure. Check me. Because I'm not going to say no wild shit like that. Like I said, I like the direction he's going in, but I ain't going to completely like, oh, I'm all the way sold and buy in. I'd be lying if I said I'm like that. But definitely, man, definitely. I like the direction though. You see what my man Beezy says, man. Hit that like button. If you're really feeling what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button as well, man. Don't leave your boy hanging. Right? You know I got to get my guy in, too. I got to get my guy Chili in here. What's the deal, Chili? Glad you can make it to the building as well, man. Talked about the offense at great length, right? Make sure you guys hitting that like button. We coming on to the bottom of the hour. But, yeah, bro, you know what I mean? We sat there and talked about the offense at great length. Now, you know, we got to get into the other side of the ball, which is the defensive side of the ball, right? And we're gonna start with one of my guys, right? One of my guys, another one of my second year guys that I think is going to take that huge leap, right? A lot of people gave up on him, but I didn't. And that's my man, Tyree Wilson, right? He says, as you can see, me bumping inside really just slowed down thinking, help with my eyes and hands. Be the best on the field. I learned that from the leader of the room, Max Crosby. And you can see what I really highlighted, what I got from that. Bumping inside really helped slow down my thinking, right? And this is right here is for all the people that's like, Tyree's going to go back to end. I never thought he was just going to be strictly a DN. Why? Once you get that experience opening yourself up, going inside, going outside, and you have success doing it, you're going to continue. They're going to continue to put you there. They're going to continue to put you there. It made no sense if we were to say, no, you're going to be a strict DN. That doesn't make sense to me, right? His body type, the way he can still put on muscle to the frame, right? And the growth he can make, he can be a monster inside, bro. A monster inside. He can be one of those rare guys, like a Leonard Williams, right? That he can move inside, outside flawlessly when he really gets his technique and everything together, right? He'll be able to move inside, outside flawlessly. I think this is one of the guys he's gonna be like a Strahan, a Leonard Williams, some guy like where they do both positions. You know what I mean? They're versatile in both positions. I'm not saying he's gonna be Michael Strahan, but I'm just saying, right, like that's how he'll play. Inside and outside. And I feel in Venture, I'm safe to say that's probably going to be for the rest of his career. I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to play inside and outside for the rest of his career. I just think he's got that type of body frame. I just think he got that type of skill set where he can do that. I think he can do that. You know, a lot of people in the nation gave up on my man, trashed him, said some nasty words. You feel what I'm saying? And we cannot like how a player performs, but to go above and beyond and calling him certain names and saying certain things, bro, like, come on, bro, we better than that. All right? Relax with that shit. Don't. And this is not to anybody that's up in there. This is just anybody that's watching that, bro. Like, we cannot like how a player performs, but to call the man out his name, to say certain things about his character, we're better than that shit. Stop that, bro. That shit ain't cool at all. You feel me? So keep it G. If you don't like how he performs, fine, right? That's whatever. But let's not go above that, right? So, boom. A lot of people didn't like how he performed. But me personally, you know, a lot of things I understood going into it. He's hurt going in, all right? Whatever the case, even if you don't agree with drafting an injured player, they did it anyway. So he's on the team. Injured coming in, didn't have a training camp, all right? Boom. Realistically, wasn't even supposed to be playing the amount he played at the beginning. Why? Because Chandler Jones was supposed to be there from the jump, right? We were supposed to have Chandler Jones that whole year last year. He fucked that up, right? Threw a wrench in that plan, and now here we are. Right now, here we are to where we are now, which is he had to be thrust into the position. Wasn't really ready, right? Now, some of that you can say, all right, bro, that's just not good enough. But a lot of it, I'm saying, like, he was thinking a lot, bro. I feel like he was thinking a lot. Him coming in this year, you can tell, slow it down, right? Calm down. You don't need to be on 10, bro. You can go ahead and really get your patience up, learn how to use your technique. You got the best DN, best D lineman in the game. Winter right here, best edge rusher in the game, right? That's going to help you understand technique. Slow it down. You feel what I'm saying? Really understand your assignment. Understand what you got to do. And it feels like this year, just hearing him talk, right? Hearing him talk. That's what he's done. Even hearing PG talk about Tyree Wilson. He slowed down his thinking. He slowed down his hands, right? To where now it's like better technique. These are things where I think he's going to be better at, and I think he's going to show a lot of people some things this year, man. I think he's going to take a step above, right? A step above. And I'm going to use what my pop said. Shout out to Papa Rundown, because I agree with this too. Tyree will be an extra first-round pick for us this year, right? Extra first-round pick because we weren't able to really see the potential flourish last year. This year, with a full offseason, him able to put everything together, it's like we're going to get that investment this year. You know what I mean? It's like we didn't really fully recoup that investment last year, but we're going to fully recoup that shit this year. You get what I'm saying? And I think if he does that, well, I already, with the signing of Wilkins, you say, like, this defense can be nasty. And we were saying that even before, you know, really assessing and thinking, like, what can Tyree be? Now, when you really sit and think about it, if Tyree can really be that guy, imagine. Just imagine, bro, this defensive line. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty, bro. I just think there are certain things that held him back last year that this year he's going to be able to rectify, right? Obviously, with some more work, being on the field, and then show us some things, right? Show the nation some things. I know a lot of people done gave up on him. But hey, we'll see. I'm not one of those dudes, man. I think he can go ahead and put it all together. For sure, put it all together, man. Why yelling, Rudy? Relax. It's all good, bro. Hey, man, don't trip. We good, bro. We good. Guaranteed, bro. We good. But definitely, y'all let me know how y'all feel about Tyree Wilson. Do y'all think he can make that leap year 2? I'm a go on the limb and say, yeah, I think he gonna make that leap year 2. Now, for me to sit there and predict stats, I'll throw something at you, and as we get closer, I'll get more confident in it. But I definitely believe he gonna give me 6 to 7 this year. I definitely believe I'm gonna get me 6 to 7 sacks this year from Tyree Wilson. 6 to 7. And if I get 6 to 7, I'm good. Right? You give me 6 sacks, 7 sacks, I'm straight, bro. Nothing to speak about for me. And I don't want to hear shit from nobody else either. Right? If he gives you that, I don't want to hear I'm disappointed. No. That's good enough for me, right? Because I would venture if he's getting 6 sacks, what is Max getting? What did Christian get? What did our next guy, Malcolm Coons, that we're going to talk about, what did he get? Right? So, don't be real ugly if he can get that. But I definitely think that's real. That right there is, I think, is going to be his ceiling. 6 to 7. 6 to 7. 6 to 7. Let's see. Tuesday OTA, they saying, AOC looked real good. No interceptions, on point with his passes. We need live action to see the mobility. Oh, yeah, for sure. Preseason. When he can move around in the preseason, because he's going to be playing, right? That's how he's going to win the job. Preseason. That's how O'Connell's going to actually secure his job. That is when we going to see if he's put in all that work, right? Just excited for all the smoke to clear and find out what we put together and how it all pans out. Yeah, bro. We on grass now, doppelganger. We on grass, man. So we real close. Raider felon. That's lame. And I'm sure you're talking about when people start talking about families and all that with players. It's like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't got to do all that, bro. You ain't got to do all that whatsoever, man. I mean, if we don't like the way he plays, say you don't like the way he plays and keep it G and move on. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. There's multiple players on this team I've said I don't like the way they play. But you ain't see me sitting there disrespecting them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're still men at the end of the day. Grown-ass men. Families. Everything else, bro. Like, can't do that. You know what I mean? Keep it respectful at the end of the day. But we can still not agree with the way somebody do some things, for sure. 100%. Just because we rep the Shield and the Shield rep us and all that other, don't mean we got to agree with the whole thing. It's just certain ways to go about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain ways to go about it. Charles says, true chess piece. Number 9. Oh, for sure, bro. Very, very good chess piece. He'll be another guy, right? Where it's like, you have so much versatility, can move him around, bro. He's going to be a nightmare for an offense, right? Definitely a nightmare. I see we got 4 beasts: Coons, Crosby, Wilkerson, and Wilson. Oh, bro, that's what I'm saying. Wilkins, and my guy, Coons, Crosby, they gonna get everything together as far as Tyree. They gonna get, I mean, even to a degree, Coons still is young. So having those 2 dudes, Wilkins, Crosby, in the building to help him, that helps tremendously, bro. That helps tremendously. Linebacker room is going to be explosive when it comes to production and defense. I hope, my guy, Rafa. I hope. I have faith in Spillane. I like Eichenberg, but he's a rookie, so I got to see what he can do. I like him, but I got to see. Masterson I like, but not, there's not too much that I feel like as far as ceiling goes that I'm going to miss, you know what I mean? And all that. So we'll see, bro. And we got injury problems in there. Diablo if Diablo can stay healthy and continue to ascend, then we might be okay. But that's my issue, bro. He can't stay healthy. But exactly. There we go. Like I said. Beezy says, if Tyree can develop a Max type of mentality, that would be scary. Yeah. Yeah, and the reason it's scary is because attributes. And I love Max, right? To the upteenth degree. But Max will probably tell you, even in attributes, just attributes alone, we're not talking about skill set, none of that. Just like pure physical attributes, he's a way better specimen than Max, bro. Oh, like way better specimen. So if he can develop the shit that Max got, oh boy, Jesus Christ, it's over with. Guaranteed. Tyree will be serviceable, but never will provide an adequate return on investment. Oh, is that how you feel, 2 cents? That's how you feel. All right. If that's how you feel, I can't be mad at it. Can't be mad, right? But like I said, if he give me 6 to 7 sacks this year, I'm real happy, very happy, right? 6 to 7 sacks is very good because we can build on that. I can build on that for sure. That's only year 2, right? And realistically, it take players 3 years to get in gear. So if he can give me that year 2, oh, for sure. Let's work. Let's for sure work. So Doppelganger says, I believe the players around Tyree are going to keep him accountable, hold him up, and push him harder than he's ever been pushed before. He's already talked about that, right? And he's already talked about that, my guy, Doppelganger. He's talked about it with Max and all that. PG has talked about it as well. But we knew what this was, right? If he would be a fool if he were to come off the season he came off and not work with the best edge in the game. A fool, right? Like if it, like we've all said it. Pretty much all of us said, if it's something we love to do, right? And we know we have a chance to match this guy's intensity and he's probably the best at what he does, and I'm fresh in the game and I need to learn, I can't leave this motherfucker alone. I can't. He's going to have to beg me to leave him alone. Like, that's really what it is, bro, because I'm going to soak in all the knowledge. Everything this man knows, I'm going to retain. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to work at it. I'm going to take every piece of advice. And it looks like he's done that. And it looked like Max, and this is why I love Max too, bro, not only on the field, but off the field, right? It looks like Max said, bro, come on. Bring your ass, bro. We about to show you how to work. I'm going to show you how to work. And that's what it looks like Max did with him. The way Max talks about him too, and a lot of people talk, it's like, nah, bro, come on. About to show you how to get down, right? Come with me. We're going to show you how to really get down. So that right there makes me very, very happy because I know Max took him under the wing. You feel what I'm saying? And just a little bit of that rub off. Oh, bro, we're good. We're real good. Real good. 2 cents says, stop rundown. Top first round picks are not on a 3-year plan. Every rookie's on a 3-year plan, 2 cents. This is my pick, right? Every single rookie is on a 3-year plan. It don't matter if it's a 1st to a 7th round rookie. They're all damn near, if they can make it year 2, whatever, they're all damn near on a 3-year plan. You feel what I'm saying? Even with most of the guys we have that are playing on our team right now took 3 years to get to the point they at now. If the fans had it our way, right? Get this in mind. Merrick would be cut. Diablo would be cut already if we had it our way, right? It's like, get him out of here. We would have been done. You feel what I'm saying? Like multiple guys, Colton Miller, multiple guys on this team. It took damn near 3 years for them to get going. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It took 3 years. Why can't we give Tyree the same grace? You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And some people look at me like, why can't you give Ja'Cory and Bennett the same grace? I'm not saying he can't start. I'm just saying at a certain level, he has to play better. He doesn't have a lot of leeway and shit. But really, all of them are on a 3-year plan, bro. Really, all of them it takes 3 years for some of them to really like get going for real. Some of them don't start good. Even it could be a first round pick. Some of them just don't start well. But that's how I feel. That's just me. Felon says Jordan Love. That's all. And he says QB would be an exception, but needs so grabbing at straws. I mean, for sure. It seems like, especially on our team, right? It takes 3 years, bro. 2 to 3 years for us to see investment on what we can do. But the next guy we're going to talk about, right, kind of plays into what we talking about with 2 cents right here, right? And that is our guy, Malcolm Koonce. Took about 2 years to see this, right? But as you can see, this is Patrick Graham talking about Koonce. He says something that, this is from Levi Edwards, by the way. He says something that's made Patrick Graham giddy this offseason is Malcolm Koonce becoming the leader of the defense, coaching up younger guys. Now you're seeing a young man developing true mastery of his craft. I was impressed just the confidence in which he has. So when you really look, right, and you see true mastery of the class, right, that's what stood out to me. And this is another reason why I say sometimes it takes guys just time to even learn how to prepare. It takes guys certain times to learn how to even get their body right, how to even work. And then for Malcolm, bro, it seemed like it took him a minute to just get his mentality together. You feel what I'm saying? It took him this long to just get into it. Like, it just looks like he just wasn't into it. So if we talk about Malcolm Koonce specifically, I need a good year. There is no ifs, ands, or buts, bro. I'm going to need 9 to 12 from him, bro. I'm not even joking. I need 9 to 12 sacks from this man. I need 9 to 12 sacks. And some of you might look and say that's gaudy numbers. Is it? If we're trying to make the playoffs, is it? It's really not. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just talked about us being a top 10 defense. Shit. If he don't get me 9 to 12 sacks, boy, like, get your ass out there and give me 9 to 12 sacks. For sure. And another reason, money season. It's money season, bro. He gonna have to get me that. You feel what I'm saying? I think this year set up for Malcolm perfectly, right? To get his bag. Really get his bag. But he gonna have to get it in this year. You know what I mean? And first and foremost, we all know that he's probably gonna command a pretty penny. But not only just for the money standpoint for him and all the other things, for us to really reach our goals that we're supposed to, a lot of it does kind of hinge on the fact that Malcolm Koonce is going to continue to ascend his play. A lot of it hinges on that fact, right? Because really think about it. Before he started to really emerge as another rushing option, we were struggling, bro, like getting to the quarterback. Struggling. You feel what I'm saying? Now with extra middle pressure, Koonce, Tyree, everybody on the outside, we need him to up his game a notch. You feel what I'm saying? If Koonce ups his game a notch and he's somebody where you're now defenses are like, all right, bro, we can't just ignore this mother. Because I guarantee you that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Even going into this season, there's some people probably like, yeah, Max, of course, Christian, of course, Tyree, we'll see. But I guarantee you there's not a lot of defensive coordinators that's like, Malcolm Koonce. They're probably like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll double team Max. We'll see what he can do. That's probably what they're doing. He's going to have to flip that script now, right? He's going to have to take advantage of that. And when a defensive coordinator sits and blatantly disrespects and says like, he's not going to be doing anything like that, he's going to have to eat this year, right? And that's another reason. There's going to be a lot of that single team, on that one-on-one on that side, on his side. He's going to have to eat, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He has to eat. And I think he can do it. For sure he can do it. The only reason I'm so adamant is just because he has to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to for us to be the defense that we need to be. You get what I'm saying? Because he's going to help tremendously. Now, one thing I will say that I want Malcolm to do, right, is become more of an all-around player. That's one thing I will say, right? I love him as a pass rusher. I would love for him to become more of an all-around rusher, right? Somebody who plays the run a little bit better. I would like for him to be a little bit more physical in that run game, become that more all-around DN that we need, right? And I think he can do that. Definitely looks like he put on a little bit of that muscle, right? But that's really where I'm looking at Malcolm to really take his game to another level. I know that he can rush the passer, and I know that given the opportunities, he'll be able to do that. But to really become the other player that, get in mind, we're going to pay him like a top DN damn near if he gets 9 to 12 sacks. We going to need all around play. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I need him to be. That's where I want him to be. Kuntz was like a third rounder, correct? And I think it took him, would it take him like 2-3 years? It took him like 2 years for me to even be like, goddamn, like, when is he getting on the field? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is he playing? It took him this long for me to even be like, all right, bro, now he can just get consistent snaps. Because even last year, I was still saying, like, I like him, but only in situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to put Kuntz in there 24/7 the whole time. You know what I mean? Because I didn't think he was an all-around DN. If he can do that this year, this is where we at. You know what I'm saying? This is where we at. Kuntz would be hard to see him with the different uniform. Yeah. And then Chili says Kuntz gets 13.5 sacks because Max requires double team. And that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to have to pay him because I can see this guy. I can see him. And I've thought about it the whole time. I've kind of debated with my TRS brothers, right? Because I'm like, it's the first year we're really going to see him start, from game 1 to game 17. What is he going to give us? But I can see him being one of those players where we're like, we let him go and this motherfucker's nice somewhere else. I can see that. I could really, really see that. So I'd rather not even do that and use him as another bookend. Like we got Max, like we got Tyree, like we got Christian. Bookend defensive line for years. That's what I want. Malcolm would get 9 to 12. He got 10 last season. Yeah, I think he got 10. It was like 8 to 10, something like that last season. So that's what I'm saying. 9 to 12, bro. That's what I like. That's what I need. 9 to 12 is beautiful. Any double digit is beautiful. That's all I require, bro, because that means we are headhunting out that motherfucker. If he has 9 to 12, we're headhunting for sure. Hard for Tyree to justify the pick because Jalen Carter was still on the board. We take Carter and we say the money spent on Wilkins is spent elsewhere. Tyree would have to be an all-pro to justify it. Here's where I'm gonna get some of y'all mad off of here, right? And I'll continue to say it, but I'll be the guy to say it. Tyree Wilson had a better end of the year last year than Jalen Carter did. Some of y'all probably gonna look at your screens and be like, oh, but realistically, bro, think about this, bro. Jalen Carter did not end the season off well. He didn't. Tyree Wilson ended the season better, playing multiple positions. This is all I'm saying, bro. Like, it's perspective. It's just perspective, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what if this year Jalen Carter is trash? Then what? Are we still going to be saying that? And then, I'm not saying that to you, Severe, but that's all I'm saying, right? To everybody that, because they are going to be linked forever. Jalen Carter, Tyree, as far as Raider fans go, like, we're going to link those two forever because we really wanted Jalen Carter. But think about it, bro. Like, what if he doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, what if he doesn't have a good second year? Like, we're probably not going to say that again. We're probably not going to sit here and be like, oh, we should have got Jalen Carter if this year he's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Tyree has a better second year? Are we still going to say it? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I'll continue to stand by the fact of saying Tyree finished the season better than Jalen Carter finished the season. That's just me. You feel what I'm saying? I saw a better end of the season. So we'll see as we go through, right? Because like my man Severe says, right? They're linked. They're linked together. There's no way that they can't be linked. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I only see Carter had a worse second half than Wilson. I agree. I only see a 2-year extension for Kuntz because of Tyree. Smart feeling, real smart. I think that's probably why we done saved all this money. And I think that is a smart thing because if Tyree does have a good year next year, well, now you got to start looking towards the barrel on that, right? Like, oh, shit, well, we're going to have to pay him now. So it's a lot of things, bro. A lot of things, moving parts going in, bro. Let me see. Rebel says we need to sign Malcolm now before he has a breakout year and the bag gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Just sign them to a decent contract now so we don't lose him. Man, let me go ahead, man. I agree, because that's what my man Chris and a lot of people say. Like, are we going to go ahead and sign him now? You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot. My only thing is I haven't seen enough, right? And when I say I haven't seen enough, I now flip to business mode. If I'm going to pay him, how much has he really, contributed before last year? Okay, before last year, spar, right? And I didn't really see too much. Last year was the first year. I was like, okay, time. This year, I need to see consistency. That's just my main thing with him. Can he be consistent? Can he ascend? I just said it, right? He got to be a better overall D end. I know he can rush the passer, but can he be a better overall D end? So these are questions that I need answered before I shell out a bag. And this is kind of what I think probably Telesco and them are thinking too. Now, if they sign him earlier than that, I'm probably not going to complain. I'm probably not going to complain at all because of the position, the money it requires, right? You're going to need to go ahead and just do that, sew that up. I'm probably not going to complain about that. But I also can understand if Telesco, let's just say for like the sake of argument, if Telesco was to sit there and say, I needed to wait until week 8 or 7. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I need to wait till like, let's say, week 6 or 7. I need to wait till week 6 or 7 to see, right? To see what he's done, if he can continue where he ended off last year, and then we'll go from there. If he told me that, I'm not going to be too mad about that either. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand both sides for sure. Can understand both sides, but just things we got to think about. Now, like I said, man, we coming down to the bottom of the hour, so we here for our final segment of the day, which is got to give you the final rundown, man. Final rundown of what we got going on as far as what the Raiders are doing, how we going to move, going in the future. So, hearing everything, I'm happy with how the team is moving. Obviously, it's only day 3. So not too much to be like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But just we're back on the grass. The mentality seems better. The coach, everybody feels like they're in a better mood. Everybody feels like they're ready to come to work, ready to really learn. And that's just all you can hope for right now. I want to say the energy feels better, right? Like me personally, I'm a big energy guy, right? Like just in life, period. Like I'm a huge energy guy. So if the energy is wrong somewhere, energy is bad somewhere, I can't, it's going to throw off my feng shui, right? I can't do it. This year, I mean, you feel the difference, right? Even last 2 years, you were like, like I said, it's like double dutch. I didn't know if I was going to jump in. Oh, we jumped in now. They don't care. There's barbed wire on the chains when they over there moving the ropes and shit. Now it don't matter. We not getting touched. We not getting phased because the energy is good, bro. The energy is good. Mostly from the fan base. I know a lot of people, meet some weird fans here and there. But, like I said, the familiar we got here in this YouTube channel right here, right, with your boy Rundown, we family over here, man. We always keep it good vibes around this mug, man. So I always love talking to y'all coming on this mug. So vibes are good from the fans. Vibes are good from the team. It's feeling good right now, man. It's feeling good. I always understand if you feel good sometimes, sometimes. And you know what I mean? And the energy is right. Sometimes you might, sometimes you just buy into that. You feel what I'm saying? And say like, okay, we are going to go ahead and do the things we're setting out to do. Why? Because our mindsets are clear. Our mindsets are where they're supposed to be. Positivity. We gonna come into this mug 10 toes down, bro. And when it comes September 8th, all that shit is gonna be unleashed, bro. It's gonna be unleashed. So I can't wait. I feel like we're headed in the right direction. I definitely feel the shift. Shout out to my guy Turf, you know what I mean? Because he said that on Turf and Rundown last week, right? Like there's a shift that has happened within the nation. You feel what I'm saying? Like now it's no more of like, let's hope what this team does. It's like we expect some greatness now. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know how to really explain it, but it's done changed for me. More of like, I hope the team, this is me, right? Like, I hope the team does shit to more of like, I kind of expect certain things from certain people now. You know what I mean? And I, as a Raider fan, it's hasn't been too many times I've felt like that. You know what I mean? Especially as a younger Raider fan. Not too many times I felt like that. So I'm real happy with what I got going on, man. I know y'all are happy as well for what's going on. And hopefully, as we continue, we can do what we got to do, man. We'll see. We'll see. But we will definitely see as it go. I definitely want to go ahead and get you guys' opinions for your boy. Get started out of here, man. Got 10 minutes left in the show. Appreciate everybody. Hit the thumbs up on this mug. Hit the subscribe button if you're really feeling what you're feeling as well, man. My opinion, does it really matter where Tyree was drafted? If he is serviceable in a top 10 defense, then that's a win for us. Right. Teams were scheming to stop Carter at the end of the year. Teams were sliding protection to Tyree. Weren't sliding protection to stop Tyree or double teaming him. Don't look at the numbers, look at the film. And that's the thing, right? I'm not even just looking at the numbers either, right? I looked at some of it. Either way, they were kind of sliding to him. But still, right? There were certain things he did that I didn't like Jalen Carter did last year. There are certain things, and right, I know a lot of Raider fans like Jalen Carter. There's certain things of Carter's game I don't like, bro. I really don't like. And one of them is the main thing of like, there are sometimes I see this man, and lack of better words, bro, just fucking around sometimes. The effort thing is something I can't get down with, bro. I can't. And that's something off this motherfucker right here that I continuously see off Jalen, bro. Certain times, bro, I see this man loafing around, bro. And I'll be like, a dude of that caliber, of that talent, you feel what I'm saying? It just pisses me off when he does that. It makes me mad. So I think as far as maybe, and I don't know him as a person. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know him as a person. But just if we're going to continue on like the Raider aspect of it, I kind of trust Max getting Tyree into that mentality more, and then Tyree developing that mentality more than I trust Jalen doing it. That's just me. That's just me. But at the end of the day, he's on the team, bro. That's why I said drafted, agreed, or not agreed upon, he here. You feel what I'm saying? So we can only expect him to do great things. That's all I want. That's all I want. Let me see. Boom. Depends on what levels of serviceable you speak of. Wasting top draft picks on average players is why Raiders have continually been without a ship. So this is my question to Severe in 2 cents. If he somehow gets, let's say 7, let's say he gets 7 sacks this year, is that a good year to y'all? If he gets 7 sacks this year, is that a good year to y'all? Y'all let me know. I just want to see. Raider Nation is in full effect. Oh, for sure, bro. I can't wait. Till September, bro. We're gonna be in full effect for sure. Michael says we're finally going into a season united. Higher expectations and competition at all positions. No players can get comfortable. I 100% agree. 100% agree, man. Paul says, New Orleans going down. Hey, man, you know your boy Rundown in the building for the first game, week 1. Damn near the last for New Orleans as well, right? We're going to be in the building for New Orleans. That shit going to be wild and live too, man. So make sure y'all tap in with your boy. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. Y'all know what it is, man. Rafa, what's the deal, man? Much love to my guy, Rafa, man. And love to Severe as well, man. And, you know, my guy going to be in the building. We got to get you on the podcast up in here too, man. We don't really agree on a lot of topics, but I love it though, right? Because we can have cool, educated conversation, and sometimes might even learn something from the other person's perspective that we don't really know, right? That's why I love this channel, right? I love coming on here and talking to y'all, because sometimes I don't even agree with y'all. Y'all don't agree with me, but we keep it G regardless. You feel what I'm saying? We still keep it respectful. And at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes fam don't agree, but we all want the same thing at the end of the day, and that's to win. We ain't trying to push no agenda, no other shit. Like we just want the team to win. We have different opinions on how it should be done, but that's cool. That's all that matters, man. Oh, you going to LA and New Orleans? Hey, Paul, you gonna see whole TRS up in there, man. I'm glad. I'm gonna be happy to see y'all. Hopefully, you bring the fan with you too, man. It's gonna be a good time, bro. We're gonna have a real good time out that mug for sure. 2 cents says a step in the right direction, but the average player should get sacks when they being forced that side due to Crosby and Wilkins. So 7, you'll be fine with. That's what I'm getting, right? And Rebel says, if everybody's going to New Orleans, I might have to pull up. Bro, pull up, Rebel. We're all going, bro. Everybody going to be there, bro. Definitely pull up. We definitely gonna be. Oh, Chili gonna be in the building. Oh my God, bro! The whole rundown familia in the squad, bro. The whole rundown familia is in the squad. I cannot wait for that LA game, bro. Chili gonna be there. Paul gonna be there. TRS gonna be there. Severe, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all, it's gonna be a fun time, bro. Gonna be a fun time. You got IG or not? Yeah, bro. Got the IG. So look, the IG is Raider Rundown 2. That is the IG. I'm about to put it up. I'm about to post it right now for everybody that's in the building, right? So you can go ahead and follow your boy on Instagram if you don't already have it. But once again, for everybody that don't know, the Instagram is the Raider Rundown 2, right? So boom, you'll be able to go ahead, follow your boy, hit me up on there. That goes for anybody up in this mug, right? Hold on. Boom. Your boy just posted his Instagram down there on the chat, man. So that goes for anybody in this mug. Make sure you guys tap in with me on Instagram. Right, I got the links to all my other channels in the bio to the Instagram. Tap in with me, man. It's cool time whenever I can holler at some of y'all, talk to some of y'all. Follow me, man. If you want to talk more personal, guaranteed, man. I'm on there on the Instagram. So appreciate y'all, man. But once again, been another fire episode of the Raider Rundown today. Before we go ahead and get off of this mug, I do want to go ahead and give a real shout out and real love blessing to Jim Otto and his family, right? Jim Otto passed away recently this week, right? At the age of 86, I believe. One of the original Raiders, right? Agent 00. You know what I'm saying? Really pioneered what it meant to be a Raider. One of the greatest centers of all time, one of the greatest O-linemen of all time. You know, that Raider logo and shield was made possible, made recognizable by players like him. You know what I mean? So we give a real salute, give our love, shout out to Jim Otto, his family. May he rest in power. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go ahead, give him a nice 10 seconds of silence here on the show, man. So once again, rest in power, Jim Otto, man. Go ahead, give him that 10 seconds of silence, man. Once again, man, rest in power to Jim Otto. We appreciate him and everything he's done for the nation, man, to make his family find peace in this time, man. So once again, you guys have tuned in for another episode of the Raider Rundown. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you don't know, now you know. Your boy Rundown is live at 5. That is 5 Eastern every Wednesday. Your boy is here, live in effect, talking to y'all, man. So make sure you guys hitting all them buttons. And you know what I say here on the Rundown, man. We keep it authentic here from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow for Turf and Rundown. Be easy.